Hiya, it's Greg down the allotment. It's Wednesday the 9th of June. It's a pleasant night. About 9:30 now. These are the early potatoes, the Pentland Javelin and Arran Pilot I've got. They've been battered by the winds the last few weeks. Yeah, these are the Arran Pilot. I've had some out of there, that one, last week. I'm going to put the pumpkins in the bag this year, see how they do. Got no space in the ground. The broad beans, they've come on a ton in the last week or so. They're about a foot off the ground now. Yeah, it's amazing what a bit of warm weather does. I wasn't going to grow any carrots, but this bed was growing spare, so I sowed some about a week ago. It's a bit early yet for them to be popping up. Yeah, it's a rather raggedy looking I had about half a dozen of these, but that one's gone there. It's the only one left. There's 4 in the polytunnel, but they didn't really settle in there. I think I watered them too much. Somewhere in there, there's one. That's a little pickling onion, which is germinated. And under there, these are Ishiguro. Under each of them, well, I think I'll remove those cloches in the next few days. These are the sprouts. I got these from a local nursery. I grew them last year from a local nursery. They just didn't take off, and I was impressed with them, so I've done the same again this year. Likewise, these cauliflowers. So it's eating them. I think it's pigeons. Just the edges of the leaves. Another couple of collies. Now these are sprouts as well in that bed. And I've sown some beetroot about a week and a half ago. And a couple of rows, and you can see they're coming through. The variety is Alto from Samson Morgan, and these were sown a few weeks earlier in modules, and as you can see there's little gaps in between where they haven't really taken, but I've got some modules there, and the rest are pickling onions that I'm going to put out, and those are shallots, Zabroon. The raspberries are taking over, which is good. You can see a few little berries on there. These are the gooseberries. And the plants look great, I just can't find berries on them. Likewise here there's 1 or 2 kicking about on the plant somewhere. There's one there, but I'm not really sure what I'm doing with them, so I'll have to for next year. Black currants, there's quite a few berries on them. I was reading that they water them when they've got the berries on, so I did that the other day. But looking like I'm getting a good crop of. The rhubarb was beaten up by the wind. So I don't think I'll get a crop of them again this year. Next year maybe some more black currants. You can see after full of them, which is good. And a third one here. Again, there's blackcurrants. And then some blackcurrant jam. And there's another beaten up rhubarb. I'm going to build a little frame around there to protect them from the wind. Strawberries, you can see, just loads and loads and loads. So for Father's Day I'm getting a jam pan and make some jam. And I'm going to build a little frame around here to stop the mice and things getting in. He says optimistically. It's an asparagus. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that row. And there's some cabbage next to them. And there's an asparagus that got blown over by the wind. There's another one. I put about 20 in total. And maybe he's got about 15 up with the look of it. Which isn't great, is it? But they were delivered when it was frosty and I had to put them in because I couldn't keep them anywhere in the house. As for the peas, little frame, and I've got that little big one thing, TP, for some broad runner beans that I've got at home. I'll put them in this week. Blackbird. Hello. Oh, cheeky thing. These are cauliflowers that I've grew from seed, called All Year Round. So they're a fair way behind the ones that are the shop bought ones, but they'll crop a little bit later. And these are the onions. These 3 rows of turbo. There's 3 of stew on. As you can see, the stew on look a bit bigger. The sets were a little bit bigger. That's what made me buy them, just to compare. And there's some more ishigura. Spring onions, salad onions. Have to clear this weedy bit up on the path. The polytunnel. I've had a bit of a tidy up. Just a little bit of a one. So those are the ishiguro that were put in the same times as the ones that you've just seen in the polytunnel. And my garlic, I've harvested some, which isn't too bad at all. I've got a few more to harvest, I might as well do that now with the old fork. That's not too bad at all. It's a good size. A little bit littler but acceptable. Another good sized one. I'll do the last one. Roots on them. And another good one. Let it all dry out in there. And we'll put a bunch of onions whilst they are here. spread it out. So one of the first harvests of the year. The tomatoes. These four are Nimbus, and they all look different to each other for some reason, but they're coming on well. And there are these Sun Gold. Plenty of flowers on them. I think we're up to the third truss on most of these. Bit of a disaster for the chilies, the mice got them. So I've had to cover them with these little cloche type things. There's nothing left on that one. But luckily it started to re-sprout, but I don't know whether we'll get anything off that one. As long as I get a handful so I can grow them again next year. Those are Alberto's Locoto. And here we have Padron, which is the tapas chili from Thompson and Morgan. And again, there was only the two that never got touched by mice, that one and that one. That one did. There was nothing on left with that, just little stalks, but they'll come again. So we'll see how they go. And these were on offer in a local garden centre for £1. Grafted chili, F1 Medina. So I thought for £1 each you can't go wrong. So I've got a couple of them. They're like a Thai chili. What have we got here? Cobra French beans. Again, I've got to put these cloches around them, otherwise the mice get them. Once they get a little bit bigger, I'll tie them to this cane with a sort of wigwam effect. A bit of a curve, and let them do the business. This is a cucumber called Carmen. I had half a dozen of those as well, but I think I've got water on the base of the stem and the rest of them just sort of keeled over. So I'll put some others in. These are telephony from Wilkinson's. I sowed them 10 days ago and they're doing okay, but I've learnt my lesson with them. They've gone sort of ring culture, so I put them in bottomless buckets and I'll water at the bottom around the buckets and hopefully they'll survive. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So it's coming on slowly but surely. I need to tidy that bit up. But pleased with how things are going. So thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll catch you all later. Can out.